What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Between the Lines. I'm Connor Burns, and thank you so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. And if you've never watched this show before, this show is MyBookie's College Football Saturday and NFL Sunday show. We have so many games to get into, the best college football slate of the entire year. There are so many great games. NFL Sunday, it's just okay this weekend, but oh my goodness, I am literally sitting here giddy, ready for Saturday. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's talk some ball. But before we get into that, a quick disclaimer that some of the lines I might have on here, they might change from when I'm recording right now on Thursday till Saturday or Sunday. And if any of my picks change, if anything crazy happens, I'll post it on the MyBookie social medias, on the X, Instagram, TikTok. So make sure to go and check on there. And what better way to start off than looking at our record? After week 4, we are sitting at 17-13 on college football. Last weekend, we went 5-2. It was a fantastic weekend. We need to keep ripping on here. And that all starts with USC, Notre Dame. What a interesting game. Number 21 USC, number 23 Notre Dame. The over-under sitting at 60.5 points. The Illini are 6.5-point dogs at home. And the Illini, my God, what the hell happened when you went to Bloomington, Indiana? What happened? I mean, it blew my damn mind. How did you end up looking that bad? I thought that they might lose, but when you saw them plus 5.5, you're like, okay, maybe they lose by a field goal. No, you got the absolute doors blown off of you. So with this game, I just feel a bit interesting with it. I don't really know where to go with this one. That's an absolute lie, because one thing I saw about that Illini offense, it did not look pretty. USC's offense looks pretty decent, but I think that this is going to be a low-scoring one. Give me the under at 60.5 points. Keep it simple. Keep it easy. On to the next one. Then we move over to number 22, Notre Dame, and Arkansas damn near fighting for their lives on the season at home. The Irish are 4.5-point favorites on the road. The over-under sitting at 64.5. This one's a bit of an easy one for me. Yes, as I just said, Arkansas, they are fighting for their lives. They are fighting for their season right here. But I like those Irish, and they need themselves a win more than anything. This team, I think they're going to run the football. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm trusting in Carr to get the job done. Give me the Irish minus 4.5. And honestly, if I were you, I'd maybe even think about buying them up to minus 6.5, maybe even minus 9.5. This is going to be a statement win for Notre Dame. Book it. Next one on the list, this one, it's kind of a more shitty game when it comes to this entire college football weekend. The Cincinnati Bearcats going into Kansas against the Jayhawks. Kansas, they're minus 4.5. The over-under is sitting at 55.5. I don't know why, but for some reason, whenever I bet on a game and Kansas is involved, I just can't help myself but cover. I think I want to say I'm 3-0 on games that Kansas has played this year, and they have covered every single time. Or when I bet against them, when they played Mizzou covered that game. I'm rolling with the Jayhawks here, minus 4.5. Got to keep the hot hand rolling when it comes to the Jayhawks. Go in there, get the job done at home. I just don't trust Cincinnati either. I don't trust them. This one, we do have something very interesting to talk about. And it's our first big marquee matchup of this Saturday. Number 4 LSU going into number 13 Ole Miss. The over-under, which is very important, is sitting at 54.5 points. Ole Miss, it's basically a pick 'em in this game. We got to talk about this right here. That woman that you see is Lane Kiffin's daughter. And the person that you see next to her is Whit Weeks, the starting linebacker for the LSU Tigers. They went Instagram official earlier this week. I believe it was on Monday, and everybody was kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. Ole Miss's coach's daughter going live with one of LSU's studs the week of the game. And Lane Kiffin went onto a Twitter account because there was a betting guy on there who said this just screams the over. Lane Kiffin commented himself, take the over. If coach is telling you that, you got to take that bet, but that's not the one that I am talking about here. I'm all over Ole Miss. Even with the storyline of that to the side of it, I think that LSU is overrated. I think that they are way too high in the rankings. Yes, 100% is a top 25 team, but I see them fitting in more around anywhere from 16 to 20. I don't think that they've proven that much this year. Ole Miss gets a big statement win, and they move up the ranks. Next up, we have one that I saw this line, and it almost made me laugh a little bit. Utah at West Virginia against the Mountaineers, and Utah is a 12.5-point favorite on the road. The over-under sitting at 47.5. And the reason why it made me laugh is because I've watched 3 West Virginia games this year. How in the world are they only 12.5-point dogs in this game? This line should be set at minus 20.5. This line should be set at minus 24.5. It is the Utes all day to go in there and completely kill West Virginia's season. I mean, it blows my damn mind. Like, legitimately, it blows my mind that is the line on this game. Next up, this one is going to be a fun one, 100%. The Auburn Tigers going into number 9 Texas A&M, picking a winner in this game, even though the line is minus 6.5. I don't like picking a winner in this game whatsoever. I think that Auburn has looked decent this year. We're starting to see their identity a little bit more. Even after the rough loss that they had at Oklahoma, they did put up a damn good fight, though. And then looking at Texas A&M, I believe that they are perfect in the rankings where they are. But the one thing that this game screams to me is points. Give me all of the points all day. Give me the over at 52.5. I think that combined, they might put up 70 in this game. That line just seems too small, too short, and they are going to score. And now we have made it to one of 2 marquee matchups of the weekend. Number 6, Oregon going into number 3, Penn State. It is the whiteout game, if you were wondering. The line, Penn State, they're favored minus 3.5. The over-under is sitting at 51.5. We need to talk about James Franklin, okay? James Franklin, one of his favorite things to do, always, ever since he took over at Penn State, he loves to lose big games. He loves to do it. Do I think that Oregon's going to win this game? I think that they have a very good shot to. And yes, this is with the whiteout, everything. Every single person you know is going to be all over Penn State just because of the vibes. I'm going against the vibes here. Give me the Ducks plus 3.5. I think that if they lose this game, it will be by a field goal. It will be a close game. That's just, you have to take the field goal there. You have to. And now for our second great matchup of the year, which was literally like the game of the year in college football last year at 6:30 as well, which kind of sucks that both of these games are at the same time. Number 17, Alabama, going into number 5, Georgia. Between the hedges, the Bulldogs are 3-point favorites in this game. The over-under is sitting at 52.5. We've heard all the talk about Alabama all year. We've heard there are a lot of people out on Alabama. A lot of people are done with Bama. I love the Tide, man. This Georgia team, it kind of reminds me of LSU. We don't know truly how good this Georgia team is. And yes, it does help that they're at home. And Alabama, this is one of the hardest road games that you could get in college football, kind of in the same shoes as Oregon. But I'm rolling with the Tide in this one. And as you saw in the first line, the Tide, they were plus 3. I'm taking the extra point. I need a field goal with it because, once again, I feel like this game is going to be peak cinema. It's going to be just like it was last year. They're going to be running down the field scoring. I wouldn't mind touching the over as well. But Alabama plus 3.5. Keep it a game or win outright. And then lastly, for college football, just to put us in the bed after we're done watching those 2 beautiful ball games, number 25 BYU going into Colorado. BYU, they're minus 6.5 on the road in this game. The over-under sitting at 48.5. I'm trusting the Mormons, man. The Mormons going in there. Colorado is just an interesting team this year. Give me BYU, and that is going to do it for my college football picks. We start off with USC Illinois, where we got the under at 60.5. Notre Dame minus 4.5 on the road. Kansas minus 4.5. Ole Miss minus 1.5, or just take the money line. That game is damn near a pick 'em. Utah minus 12.5. Maybe even think about buying up their line. That's how much they're going to kill West Virginia by. The over in Auburn, Texas A&M at 52.5. Oregon plus 3.5. Alabama plus 3.5. And BYU minus 6.5. What a beautiful slate. Saturday might be the best day ever. And while Saturday is going to be great, we need to talk about Sunday. And my God, our NFL record. Yikes. It needs a lot of help. We are 8-12 after week 3 of the NFL season. I really got to the books this week, and I'm like, man, we need a winner so bad. And we start off with the first Europe game of the year in Ireland, the first ever NFL game in Ireland, I believe, with the Minnesota Vikings playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are plus 2.5. And even though they're at home, I mean, they're both on the road in this game. And the over-under is sitting at 40.5 Guinness. It's a great beer. I love a Guinness. I love multiple Guinnesses. I feel like whenever I go to an Irish pub, I'm like, oh, I'll stop in there for a beer. And then you end up having 15 Guinnesses, and that's the way it goes. So the way that I was really looking into this game, who's going to be at the bars all week? Who's going to be at the pubs all week in Ireland and not be ready for this game? And I don't know why, even though it was telling me Pittsburgh, I love the Steelers on Sunday. I love them. No J.J. McCarthy this week for the Minnesota Vikings. That Steelers defense, I feel like this is going to be the first real game. Even though they kind of did show up last week against the Patriots, this is where that Steeler defense is really going to show up. Give me the Steelers plus 2.5, especially in these weird games. That's where defense wins you a ball game. Simple. Then next up, my God, this is just gross right here. This is disgusting to see a favorite that big this early in the NFL season. The Saints going into Buffalo against the Bills. The Bills are minus 15.5. The over-under is sitting at 48 points. And look, when I see a line that big, I hate to touch it on either side. The only time that I touched a line that big was last year, if you remember that Browns-Ravens game, when the Browns were, I believe, like plus 21.5, and I took them, and then it ended up losing. But there is a strategy when it comes to these games. There's an old rumor that's gone around the NFL that when you have a favorite that is 10 points or more, you take the under. Because look, let's put the two options together. Let's say the Saints cover and somehow they keep this a close game. The only way that usually these underdog teams do that is because of defense. And then what if Buffalo blows them out of the water? They could win this game 40-7. It's going under. They could win this game 35-0. It's going under. It's that simple. Take the under at 48 points. And also it gives you the opportunity for a push as well, which is also a win in my book. Then we have a game where, my God, one of these teams, they need to bounce back more than air to breathe. The Washington Commanders going into Atlanta against the Falcons. It's basically a pick 'em in this game, and the over-under is sitting at 45.5. This is the Atlanta Falcons right now, man. It is just, my God, how do you get blown out and shut out by the Carolina Panthers? Like, I thought the Falcons were an absolute lock last week, and now I'm looking at myself like, how can I touch this game? You already know that the entire world, regardless of if Jaden Daniels plays or not, they are going to be on the Washington Commanders after that game. We're riding Falcons money line, and here's the thing. If they lose this game, ban list, gone for the rest of the season, not touching them. But this is the last straw. This is the last shot right here. I'm almost in love with Falcons money line. They're going to go in there, and they're going to get to business. And now we have one where I might catch some shade for this pick right here. I might. We have the LA Chargers in New York against the Giants. The Giants are plus 6.5 at home. The over-under is sitting at 44 points. And this is a big game because it is the beginning of the Jackson Dart era for the New York Giants. And honestly, when the Giants drafted Jackson Dart, I wasn't a very big fan of the pick. I didn't really know if I liked him going into the draft. And then especially when I saw that he went to New York, I kind of sat there and I was like, yikes. But then over the offseason and after some more research, I kind of fell in love with the guy. I kind of did. And I'm rolling with the New York Giants plus 6.5. I don't know if they win this game outright. This is my upset of the week. I will be sprinkling the money line on this game. But I just got a weird feeling about it too. I feel like that pass rush might eat Justin Herbert alive as well. Giants plus 6.5, sprinkle the money line. Jackson Dart, it's your time. Then we go over to our first 3 o'clock game where we have the Colts in LA against the Rams. The Rams are minus 3.5. The over-under is sitting at 49.5. And we got to talk about one man, and that is Mr. Indiana Jones, Daniel Jones. One of my futures bets for the year was the Colts to have under 6.5 wins. Let's just say that did not work out one single bit. Oh my God, they look fantastic. I didn't believe it after the first 2 weeks. And then even after seeing last week, yeah, I am all in on the Colts hype, but I'm not going to take them here because I don't know if they win this game. But I do know one thing is that Mr. Indiana Jones, he's going to be balling. The Rams, they are going to be balling. Give me all of the points in the goddamn world. The over at 49.5. Yes, I'm not buying it down. I don't want that touchdown. They are going to just give us points and points and points. This game is going to be absolute cinema. I love the over. And then we move over to probably the NFL game of the week. The Ravens going into Kansas City against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are plus 2.5 at home. The over-under is sitting at 48.5. I cannot believe looking at this game that one of these two teams are going to be 1-3. And there is one player in this game where I look at it and I'm like, my God, this man needs a bounce back so bad. He has fumbled 3 weeks in a row, and that is Derrick Henry. And he is pissed off. He's going to be pissed off going into Kansas City. He might run for 200 yards and he might score 3 touchdowns. Give me Baltimore minus 2.5. The Chiefs are going to start 1-3, but somehow we all know it. They're going to bounce back and win the Super Bowl, just like they always do. And then, we got to sound the alarm. If you guys don't usually see on here, I have my Caleb Williams jersey on over here. And this is the first time. This is the first time all season that I have put the Bears on this show. This is the first time I haven't touched them, and I never planned on touching them on this show. But this is going to be a homer. The Bears are plus 1.5. The over-under is sitting at 47.5. And look, Mr. 18, he looked fantastic against the Dallas Cowboys. Almost 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Honestly, the Offensive Player of the Week in the entire NFL. Holy shit, that Bears offense was rolling, and their defense looked great. And now they go against this Raiders team that kind of feels weird. Like the Bears, everybody's fired up about them now because they saw the potential last week. Give me Bears money line to capitalize on that and be 2-2 going into their early ass bye week in week 5 instead of 1-3. Because my God, that's almost like the season's over. 2-2, you got a lot of room to work, and that is beautiful. Bears money line all day. And then lastly, to wrap it up for the show, the Monday night picks, they will be on my bookie socials. Go and follow on there. The Green Bay Packers going into Dallas against the Cowboys. The Packers are minus 6.5, and they've also never lost the game in Jerry's World, which surprised me. Obviously, like old Dallas Stadium and stuff like that, they did lose there. But so far in Jerry's World, they have never lost a game. And so far this season, one of the biggest things I've been betting is the unders in these Packers games, and they have been hitting because their defense has been playing some damn good football. But I got a weird feeling that for some reason, Dak Prescott is going to be pissed off. My personal pick for comeback player of the year, I think that he's looked great, and I think that he's going to get even better as the season goes on. I think that they're going to score points. And I am taking the over at 47.5. I think that Jordan Love's going to throw some yards. He's going to have some points. I think that Dak Prescott is going to give his fair share. I could see this game ending 35-28, and we cash the over. And that is going to do it for my NFL picks for this weekend. I just realized I forgot to throw Bears money line on there, so chuck that on there. Honestly, that's better that it's not on there. The Steelers plus 2.5, Saints, Bills under 48 points. The Falcons money line, Giants plus 6.5. Colts, Rams over 49.5, Bears money line, Falcons minus 2.5, and the Packers and Cowboys over at 47.5. What a great Sunday. But that is going to do it for Between the Lines this week. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you made it to the end, make sure to like, make sure to go and comment. Let's make some money this weekend, and let's have ourselves some fun. I'll see you guys next Friday at noon. Deuces.